Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. And please, if you are just joining us, I really want to thank you so much. Please have share to your community if you are above 1K. And if you're just maybe not a YouTuber, please have share to your Facebook as well. Have share us to your Facebook. Thank you so much. We are going to start in about a minute or so. So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. May God bless you. For everyone joining us, we really want to appreciate. Thank you so much. So, let us begin this discussion in the name of the Almighty, most merciful, and most glorious. May the peace of the Almighty be with you. May the peace of the Almighty guide you. May the peace of the Almighty show you the right path to follow. May the peace of the Almighty bless your hustle here on earth. May the peace of the Almighty guide all of us and show us the right path to follow. Thank you so much for tuning in. May God bless you. So we are going to look at how you can lose fat fast and how this can help you to conceive, and then also look at how you can calculate your BMI, and also to say happy Women's Day to all of our ladies, all of our women. Today is your day. Please take this moment and think about the way forward. Think about what you can do better to improve yourself tomorrow. I'll be giving my take on this. Thank you so much. Generally now, it is difficult for people to understand that their weight maybe is not within what they want it to be, or maybe they want to conceive and their doctors are telling them that, oh, come on, you need to cut down some kilograms, you need to cut down some pounds because their weight is not the best. And once your weight has gone maybe way above what it is supposed to be, it becomes a major issue, because even for you to do a whole lot of things, it becomes difficult. Physically, you are not like very active because of the weight. Hey, Sister Beyonce, welcome. You're not like very active because of the weight. And even if you're active, you cannot be the same like if your weight was normal. Yeah, welcome, Sister Beyonce. How you doing? So that is why today we are going to look at how you can cut down on this weight to have a quality weight, as well as how this weight can help you conceive. Then, what is even a quality weight? So a quality weight, we are going to discuss quality weight by looking at the BMI, that's the basal metabolic index. Not forgetting that today is International Day of Women, that is Women's Day. So just to tell all our ladies that I wish you the very best as you celebrate this day. Please make sure you can empower yourself as a woman. Women empowerment is one of the best tools if you want to really fight equality. So I really do think that if you empower yourself, try to do something for yourself, and financially you are strong, because financial empowerment for me is the way forward for our ladies. So if you're a lady watching, please make sure you can empower yourself financially, because financial empowerment is the way forward. That is what is going to keep you stronger. That is what is going to like make you have some level of respect as well within the community. If you're not financially empowered, I bet you'll be difficult. Yeah. So financial empowerment for me is the way forward. So make sure you can empower yourself financially. So if, let me say, you're a lady and you're doing nothing at the moment, please start doing something. Okay, start doing something so that this is going to help you financially. And once you are financially strong, it will be difficult for you to maybe sleep on the way. But if you are not financially strong as a woman, it becomes difficult, because you need to maybe ask whenever you need something, even little things you need to ask. So I'm encouraging all our ladies, please be financially strong. Today is your day. Make sure you're financially strong. Start doing something so that you can empower yourself financially. Financial empowerment is the best thing for our ladies. Thank you so much. So losing weight is something that is somehow difficult, and you need some level of discipline to lose weight. You need level of discipline if you want to cut down. Okay, you need some level of discipline. For those who have been following us and others, you will see that we have been talking on how you can conceive on the channel, but you actually cutting down your weight such that you can conceive will need that you have to be disciplined, you have to respect yourself in order to follow the instructions that are needed. We have health channels like Vienna's Beauty. She is somebody who deals with weight loss and specifically with the physical aspect of it. So I would like you to maybe check on her channel if you want to learn on how you can maybe cut down physically, right? You have to do it the physical way, because what I'm going to explain here is the chemical way by looking at what you eat, what time you eat, the quantity you take in. What you eat, what time you eat, and the quantity you take in. So that is what I'm going to look at today, and to encourage you such that you can respect what you take in, what time you take in this food, and the quantity you actually take in. As well as we are going to look at the BMI, which is basal metabolic index. BMI is actually the right way of looking at quality weight. So for you to know that your weight is okay, for you to know that your weight is good, for you to know that you have a quality weight, you need to measure the BMI, which is the basal metabolic index. With the BMI, it tells you that your weight is okay, or you are below normal, or you are normal. Somebody with a BMI of less than 18, we consider that person to be underweight. Between 18 to 25, we consider it to be normal. Above 25 up to 30, we consider that person to have overweight, and right up to 30 and upward, we consider that person to be obese. So we are going to look at how you can cut down, how this can help your fertility, as well as how you can calculate your BMI, which is the basal metabolic index. Yeah, Sister Beyonce, discipline is really a big problem, because being disciplined is something that it really entails you keeping away a lot of stuff. So being disciplined is one of the most difficult things in any domain. It is not only weight loss, in any domain. So cutting down, the very first thing we are going to look at what you eat. What do you eat? What do you eat? If you want to cut down, you have to look at what you eat. Okay, look at what you eat. You need to understand that carbohydrate, which is among the three main classes of food. Remember, we have carbohydrate, we have proteins, and we have fat and lipids. So those are the three classes of food that we have. Carbohydrate is mainly for energy. But when you consume a lot of carbohydrate, what happens is that your system takes the carbohydrate, and if the carbohydrate is more than what the system needs, the system actually stores it in the adipose tissues, that the system stored it to be used later. So if you're someone who maybe consume a lot of carbohydrate, then consume a lot of fat and lipids, then please make sure you cut down on this if you want to actually reduce some kilograms, some pounds in your body. So cutting down carbohydrate, cutting down fat and lipid is the way forward in terms of what you eat. So what you eat will have to do with you reducing your carbohydrate, reducing your fat and lipid. So if you reduce these two, it's going to help you deeply on what you eat. So reduce carbohydrate, reduce on fat and lipid if you really want to cut down on what you actually cut down your fat. Proteins are actually good, but proteins here will not really cause you a thing in terms of you gaining a lot of weight. So I will encourage you to cut down on carbohydrate, cut down on fat and lipids. So cut down on these two main classes of foods if you want to control your fat. And remember, we are looking at the three way of feeding that is going to help you cut down. Like I said, we have a lot of channels that deal with cut down and deals with exercises, deal with maybe things that you take like products, like drugs. But here I just want to talk about what you eat, just about the feeding habit. Then, like I said, you can follow somebody like Diana's Beauty, you get tips on how you can actually cut down using exercises and the various exercises you can do. So the next thing is, at what time do you eat? At what time do you eat? So what you eat, what time you eat, and the quantity. So with what you eat, please cut down on carbohydrate and lipid. What time do you eat? You have to make sure that by 6 p.m. local time, maximum 7 p.m. local time, please stop eating. Okay, stop eating. So your supper should be maximum 7 p.m. local time. Reason being that if you eat at 7 p.m. local time, it's going to carry you between 7 p.m. So we have 8, we have 9, we have 10, we have 11, we have 12, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around 10 hours of fasting without you eating. So this 10 hours of fasting is a good time for your system to actually use what you've eaten within the day and start using extra fat. Remember, in the morning you call that breakfast because the whole night you were sleeping, you didn't eat anything. That is why it is called breaking off the fasting. So which fasting? Is the night time when you're sleeping. So if you increase this night time of sleeping such that you will have more sleeping time without you eating anything, it helps cut down this extra fat, help cuts down this food for you. So you see that what time you eat, please. We used to say that if you want to eat, your breakfast to be the highest in terms of the quantity. Okay, then followed by your lunch, and your supper should be the smallest quantity in terms of the food you take. So your breakfast highest, lunch closer to breakfast, and your supper should be the least in terms of the quantity you eat. So with this quantity, if you can control this quantity, then you will see that you are actually going to manage the way fat is being stored, because it is when you overeat and this excess fat is being stored within your adipose tissues, and now you see that you're getting fatter and fatter. So control the amount, the time. So the time, we are saying that word maximum should be 6 p.m. 7 p.m. You should not put anything in your mouth, but make sure that your breakfast should be the highest, followed by your lunch, right? Then the least should be your supper. The next thing is the quantity. So the type of food you eat, the time you eat, and the quantity. So like we've already said, the quantity should be increased based on the time. So if you have breakfast, you should eat your carbohydrate. If you want to take any carbohydrate, take it within breakfast and your lunch. Between breakfast and lunch, take your carbohydrate. Within supper period, reduce that carbohydrate. It therefore means that within your supper period, when eating, the maximum time should be 6, like we said, or 7, but within that time, don't take a lot of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate has to do with the sugar that you eat, right? With starch and so on. Don't take a lot of fat and lipids as well. So you will see that if you can control what you eat, the time you eat, and the quantity you eat, This is going to help you a great deal. It's going to help you solve a lot of issues. By the time you'll be doing this, you will be measuring your BMI, which is the basal metabolic index. Your BMI is the basal metabolic index. It is the BMI that will tell you if your weight is good in terms of the way you're controlling it, or the weight is not good. So you go home now, you calculate your BMI. What is your BMI? The BMI is your weight divided by the square of your height. So the first thing is you take your height. What is your height? Square your height. If your height is 2 meters, for example, 2 times 2, so it gives you 4. If your height is 3 meters, for example, 3 times 3 gives you 9. So the square of your height, the square of something is 13 times the sum. So the square of your height, if your height is 2, so you take 2 squared. If your height is 3, you take 1, you take 3 squared. If your height is 1.5, the 1.5 squared. So let us take, for example, that you want to calculate your BMI and your weight is 100 kilograms and your height is 2 meters. What do? So you have 100 meters divided by 2 meters squared. So you take 2, you square it, then you take your 100 divided by the answer. So you're going to have 100 divided by 4, because 2 times itself will give you 4. So 2 times 2 gives you 4. So 100 divided by 4 will give you 25. And 25 will be the basal metabolic index for you. And 25 is actually just normal. So if you have a BMI of 25, your BMI is not bad, but neither is it good. A good BMI is the BMI of 21, 22, 23, 24. So if you have a BMI of 21, 22, 23, 24, you're excellent, you're good to go. That's the best BMI. That's one of the best BMIs you can have. If you calculate your BMI is above 25, right up to 30, then you're overweight. Okay, you're overweight. If you calculate your BMI is above 30, then it means you're obese. Okay, it means you're obese. Hello, Sister Stephanie, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning. It means you're obese. A BMI above 30 means you're obese. And for people who are obese, by the time you respect this feeding habit, you will see that, and you constantly measure your BMI as you go ahead, then you're going to see that a lot of things have changed. You're going to see your BMI maybe changing from above 30 to below 30, right down to below 25. And the feeding habit we made mention of, one is what you eat. We said eat less of carbohydrate and fat and lipids. So we have 3 major classes of food. We have carbohydrate, we have proteins, and we have fat and lipids. So if you want to cut down, eat less of carbohydrate, less of fat and lipids. If you want to cut down, okay. And then we'll say the time also that you eat, that you should manage your time well. The eating time, it should be maximum 6-7 p.m. Don't eat after that time. That's your 6 p.m. local time, 7 p.m. local time. Please stop eating if you really want to cut down. Okay, stop eating. Sister Stephanie, happy Women's Day to you, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. So if you really want to cut down, then control what you eat, control the time. Make sure that you eat more in the morning. The second highest meal should be your lunch. and the least highest meal should be your supper. So supper should just be a small amount that you take. Your lunch should be much, while your breakfast should be the highest. The time, please, if you can eat maximum 7 p.m. local time, that would be wonderful. Okay, that would be wonderful for you. And then the quantity, we've already said that the quantity should be what? Breakfast should be the highest, supper should be second highest, and lunch should be the least. So with that, you are going to have a good BMI, and you are set to calculate your BMI. Your BMI is the basal metabolic index. You calculate it by dividing your weight divided by the square of your height. And we've taken an example that, let us take an example to be that you have a weight of 2 meters of, you have a weight of 100 kilograms and a height of 2 meters. So if you take that height, you square it, you have 2 meters squared, that will be 2 times itself, so be 2 times 2. Remember, a square is something times itself. So 2 meters squared will be 2 times 2. Then you have your height now, you have the weight, which is 100. So 100 divided by 2 times 2, which is 100 divided by 4, will give it 25. And this person with this weight, this person will somehow be normal, but the person is just normal, isn't it? So the weight of this person is just normal. So with this, you see that you're going to know your BMI, if your BMI is okay or not. You're also going to help yourself in terms of fertility, because the discussion today, we are looking at how you can lose weight and improve your fertility. If your weight is below 18, it affects your fertility. If it is above 25, it affects your fertility as well. So fertility will need that you have a healthy weight, because it affects the sperm of a man and also affects the quality of your eggs as a woman. And it can also cause hormonal imbalance if you're overweight. If you're overweight, it can lead to hormonal imbalance. It can lead to your cycle fluctuating so that you don't even know when you can become fertile, or when you're fertile to meet with your partner, or when you're not fertile. Then the next is actually also linking it to the BMI, such that you know that you have a quality BMI is the best way to know that your weight is okay. Because people who may look small may think that, oh, come on, their weight is okay. No, you don't know that your weight is okay until you can measure your BMI to confirm that. Okay, so everyone, go home, measure your BMI, and let us know what your BMI is. Go home and measure your BMI. Please let us know what your BMI is. Okay, go home and measure your BMI. Take your weight, divide by the square of your height. Let us know what your BMI is. With that, we are going to tell you if your BMI is okay or not. Or you yourself, you can do that, because we have given the limits. So we have, if you're below 18, it therefore means you're underweight. Above 25, you're overweight. Above 30, you're obese. So looking at this, you are going to know exactly what is the quality of your weight. We believe this is going a long way to help a lot of people. Please, if you have a question, you ask. Sister Stephanie, are you still there? You have a question, please, you ask. If no question, we are going to be rounding up. Please, if you have a question, you ask. If no question, we're going to be rounding up. So if no question, we are going to be rounding up. Any question, please? And just to say that you can always send out a WhatsApp message through 002376660061070. 002376660061070. So we can follow you up should in case you have a health issue. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram at check your health and maintain. Check your health, check underscore your underscore health underscore and underscore and maintain underscore. So check your health or underscore and maintain underscore. While Twitter, check your health and maintain your world. So follow us and we will try to discuss whatsoever thing we have. We'll try to see how we can maybe help you. And if you are maybe just stumbling on this video, please help share this video out to friends, family, and maybe it's 1 or 2 people might need this video. So no question. We have been discussing about how you can actually reduce your weight, how you can lose weight as fast as possible, and how this can help you improve your fertility, as well as how you can calculate your BMI, your basal metabolic index. Your BMI is a basal metabolic index. It helps you to actually know if your weight is of good quality or not. So we have said that the best thing is what you eat, cut down on carbohydrate, cut down on fat. Second is what time you eat. So eat more in the morning and afternoon, eat less in the evening. Take 6 p.m., 7 p.m. local time to be the last time you're putting food in your mouth. And the time. So the time and the quantity are the same. So the quantity, we have more in the morning, which is also the time that you eat more in the morning, period. And then also in the afternoon, where I eat less in the evening. So if you do all of these, you are going to improve your weight. And for you to know your BMI is your weight divided by the square of your height, which will tell you if you're underweight or you're normal or you're overweight or obese. Underweight will be when it's below 18. Normal will be when it's between 18 to 25. Overweight is when it's above 25, and above 30 is obese. And we'll say all of this way to help you improve your fertility. Excuse me. If you have been trying to conceive, this is the best way to do, so that will help you improve your fertility. If you don't have issues with fertility, then just eating a healthy diet will also help you in other diseases like heart disease. So we really do hope that this is going to help a lot of people out there. So we want to thank you all for tuning in. Sister Beyonce, thank you so much for coming. Sister Stephanie, thank you so much for coming. And that's all. Brother Sule, thank you so much for being there. Where some people came very early. I want to really appreciate everyone who came here. Lovely Passion, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate everyone who came here. May God bless you, please. Keep us a WhatsApp message on 002376660061070. And I'm wishing every woman a happy Women's Day celebration. Please make sure you can empower yourself financially such that you can take care of yourself. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Do have a wonderful time. Thank you. May God bless you.